Today is Monday. I am up today. I am alive today. I am appreciative today. I am a bee today.
Good morning. Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress, the babbler, aka Jennifer Molina, author of The Darker Night Light of My Soul, Volume 1, Love Bites, available for purchase and download on Amazon. So, guys, it is Monday morning. I am headed to this place that shall be erased from my responsibilities and duties in all divine right time. Anyways, that's not the topic that's on my mind for this weekend. I had some time to see that video back that I had forgotten what I was going to say. The video in the YouTube video that I shared last week about this is not snow, guys. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, the freezer burn episode where I got like, I forgot what I was going to say, and it was about a good energy tool of a practice in communication that I was going to share with you that you can start to do, that I started to do, that allowed me to build on even just my own healthy way of communicating with those that I must communicate with in my life. Whether it's like, you know, personal, work related, whatever the case may be, there are practices that we can start instilling within us deep for the root of we to evolutionize into healthier times. And part of that video, what was it, that video? I think it was just about the snow, but I think in that video, I could be mixing my videos up, guys. Listen, I did look back and I did recall and figure out what it is that I have to share with you all. Okay, so just bear with me. I might not have every freaking video right in my mind, but the energy of that line was of how we don't listen most times. Most times when we are engaging in conversation with someone else, we're waiting to respond. The dialogue that's going on in our minds, are we really listening at this time? Which is even my own explanation when I started to process this, understand this, and reflect on this through my own experiences, and I caught myself doing this, and I'm just like, you know, guys, this delayed hearing kind of ish. It's just all about this mindfulness living. So stay tuned. That is where we're going to start our drive into our hives at this time. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. You know, open your heart like a Care Bear stare. Feel Good Mondays. Be free to fly free and dive into all of we are, empowering ourselves, these living wells that dream to tell a story, you see. And the story is about you as much as it is about me. Tuning in with 102.7 early this morning. Wait, can we work this out? wait, can we work this out? Can we work this out? These energy beings that we are, you see, this is the things I'm speaking of. You see that there's this desire within me existing that knows that there is harmony to be found that is rather profound, especially being a part of this human experience, you see, because I have had what I would have called in the beginning stages of life, sad life. And to now speak and still continue to like unify and heal my shrine from the inside out, to be able to say and understanding myself and knowing myself, understanding that of what a sad place I sure did live, to be able to be as real as can be. See, there's no sugarcoating. This is my reality, and I've gone through some nasty shit too, that I stand now not with all the answers, not saying, oh my God, life is absolutely perfect at this time. I mean, that is again a matter of the state of your own mind, because touching base with my divine perfect is my life in alignment at this time. Beautiful built up conscious shrine. Anywho, maybe this won't be a long one today, boo, because I always say that. And this time I have some kind of level of focus, because I really did want to keep my word. I know that it's so easy. I mean, you know, we get so caught up in everything that we have to do, these responsibilities that we have to do, and then these added extracurricular activities that we have to implement in our world to do in order to bring to life those extracurricular desires that we have for ourselves. Alright, I figured out the dash cam. This is not the dash cam, guys. This is still my phone, so that's why it keeps falling like that. The dash cam is still in my house. Alright. Stay in your lane, bro. Yeah. Alrighty. So oops. Alright. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, so we could get so caught up in our everyday life affairs and things that we do or do not do, that we can overextend or continue to add more pressure into our lives by overpromising or having every intention to bring something to life and then never getting around to it, or feeling that disappointment of believing you never got around to it because you're limiting the time span that you have to do these things, and then you feel this state of like expectancy because you spoke these things and then you didn't deliver on these things, and then you're like, well, didn't I just put my foot in my mouth This is why they say don't share so much around, because then, you know, you get disappointed in every kind of way and then low vibrate in that kind of way. I gotta sneeze again. Yeah, it's never just once. I wish it was sometimes. It's never once. Maybe that once has happened in this lifetime for me, that I have noted this, you see, less than 5 times. That maybe I have sneezed once, and then it doesn't even count, because even though I may have sneezed once in that session, still I ended up sneezing again multiple times a couple of minutes later. So that one didn't count, but it did. Never count anything out, because that's where you can identify the stuck in you limiting somebody else's evolutionary rate too. I got into an argument, a little debate the other day about something that somebody has to say about something that can never happen in this lifetime today. I was like, how dare you say that can't be? Who are you to decree the possibility of the infinite possibility that can happen tomorrow, you see? That just only shows your lack of faith and your limiting mind constructed beliefs. So don't impose your projection and your limiting view into our whole freaking planet. I had to defend our whole planet. That was the whole thing. I told him, I said, listen, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just trying to say that I have to correct what I hear that it's like a defect that gets put out there. Right? These are the things. Part of fudgesticles, guys. These are this is part of it for me at this time. The things that I bring to light. You know what I mean? So I can't, like, there's I just can't. If I hear something that somebody else says or projects my way that got my attention, you see, that doesn't ring truth to me, you best believe that I speak out my words of power to empower, to align my own tower. Funk your tower. Believe what you want, think what you want. You can continue to align with those rhymes that you just spit out at this time. I tell you, this is not why I do these things that I do. It's just that you put me into this moment. I don't want to, out of your fear-based mind or limiting mind, or the way you think at this time, unconscious for me to be, to receive whatever it is that you put out there that didn't ring truth to me, and I just let it go, you see, and then some part of you marinates in me, man. Please. I don't got time for that no more. This is a whole new, like, good morning sun. Amen. So, yeah, I got time for that. So, you know, that's the only reason why I said it. Defending our planet. Because that's the kind of, like, ignorance that continues to be spit out, shared amongst everyone out there. And everybody says the same thing. Generic is generic as can be with this human population that I see. One of the things that most irritates and annoys me is when people speak to me generically. I don't do small talk. And I stopped saying that for many years because people always take it the wrong way. Like, you don't do small talk. Who you think you is? You know what? I know why now. See, that used to hurt my feelings. So I suppressed myself, you see. I didn't express myself that way, you see. But I also didn't get the clarity within me that I needed to see so that I could align with me and design this pattern, you see. Because now I got to answer for myself, you see. I don't need to explain myself to you. But yeah, I got to get through. These things that I do. Happy Monday, guys. How was everyone's weekend? I hope that it was like on some cosmic, evolutionary, like you upped many a levels, and like today and every day feels like, oh my god, like is this even Earth? I was saying that to my daughter the other day. I'm like, I don't know, like even my car feels different. She's like, it feels lighter, right? It feels lighter. I'm like, yeah, I get what you're saying with that, but just everything, the air, the atmosphere, the inner seer. Yo, it feels good. And that's why I stand by all of this. Because you know what? Throughout my whole entire life, part of my ride this has been is that when people first get to meet me and get to greet me and get to see me and get to speak to me, they always see the light in me. And then when we go a little deep, they learn from me my own life tragedies that, yeah, I can't speak. I can stay stuck on stupid legs. And I know that sounds insensitive, man, but trust me, I'm talking about my own tragedies at that, so please don't take it personal, you see. Because I have gone through that. Those things don't affect me. I can speak about them clearly with no emotion attached to it, you see, because I have gone through. That is healing, you see. That's reality for me. And I refuse to go back to that limiting way that wouldn't let go of shit for years, for days, holding me in pain. This purgatory, you see, because I couldn't get through. So I did all the stupid things too. No. That's not what this conscious living land is all about. Oh yeah, this girl knows what she's talking about. I may be kooky. I may be a little bit eccentric. And that's fine and dandy for me. I finally found the comfortability in me to be like, you know what? That's just me. And there's this sense of free that I still have yet to find the words to be able to express the beauty and the priceless nature of this sanctuary, my shrine. And so of course it is to be shared, especially at this sad life of a time. And I got everybody fucked up in the mind, in the heart. This is a start. Yeah. And so, before I go and forget, yeah, because I almost did like 3 times. Every time I tried to recall, I'm like, nope, I got it. I got what this video was supposed to be about. That said, maybe it won't be long, but it's already 13 minutes in. Guys, I didn't babble all weekend. Not that I didn't babble all weekend, because trust me, I didn't. People got like, they were like sitting there with the I know that I go morbid, theatrical, dramatical description view. That's just the shadow side of life. That is part of our life. I don't care. And I'm dramatic in my ways of expression, you see. So I always found myself apologizing for the morbid things that I speak at times, and like silencing me over time, because we would be like, what did she just say? Yeah, sometimes I don't know, that goes through my mind some days. Well, not some days, just right that moment, you see. And I just speak freely, which has been an energetic muzzle that has been put on me, because, you know, unspoken things creep and marinate deep and pollute our environments. So yes, so one of the things about that I was trying to say in that other video the other day, last week I would say, the one about, you know, the snow that we got hit with, that was like ridiculous, freezer burn. I didn't even get wet. Poured all the snow into my bodies and I was dry. It's like, what? I played in snow a lot in my life, and no matter how many layers I wore, except the one that falls off, like those snowsuits and stuff like that. I mean, those things are good. That's why you get them, because you keep the snow off of you, because you get wet. Yeah, so I'm not saying I know what any of that is, what that is. Maybe it's snow, but I know I've never seen snow like that in my life. And maybe I didn't pay attention because I was asleep, you see. But no, I had to actually take that off my car, you see, and I was just like, is this salt? What is this? But anyways, that's not what I was gonna say either. What I was saying the last time, it was in terms of it was in regards to talking about just communication and miscommunication, and just that there is so much miscommunication because we don't listen. We really don't listen. And then when we do listen, we are not conscious of how we're listening. And so we are usually not like, we're more emotional in our reactions and ways of just like communicating with others, you see, because whether we're conscious of it or not, most of the times we're personalizing everything. So this is why it makes it very difficult for some people to speak about their own feelings about something, or like even just relationships, you see, because anything that is of negative sounding of what one may say, the other person that's hearing what it is that they have to say is personalizing all of that they have to say in every single way. And during the whole entire time that it's being received or heard, and while it's being spoken, the receiver inner dialogue that is going on is doing a whole bunch of stuff that is truly just not even healthy or helpful in any kind of way, feeding off the negative strains that are being triggered at this time. So one of the things that I started to put into practice, because I really wanted to understand this, was asking. The moment I became consciously aware that miscommunication could get there and this can go like a whole other kind of way, I had to check myself. This is my checkpoint of today. Like, okay, what is it that I'm trying to say? What's happening here now? I see where this can go. Is that where you want it to go? No. Okay. So let's work on our listening skills, because I'm the one right now, even though if I'm projecting that it's coming from the other person, you see, or something, I'm still the one that's, no matter what it is that I'm doing, of how it is that I'm perceiving this moment to be, mirror is whatever it is that is coming out of me is my mirror to see. So this alone, for me, you have to let that register, because that's something that takes practice, and it is truly an art form at this time until it becomes your lifestyle in every kind of rhyme, to be able to view as I do. It's like this third-party review. And don't take it personal. You gotta just get on your personals. When you get on your personals and you get on your alignments and you get on your truth mints, that feeling that you're going to get after you go through what you need to go through, you haven't been there to know what that feels like in this lifetime. So you should, at this point, since you can't possibly see, oh my God, how can peace really truly exist within me? Like, even just this thing, whatever it is, or these things that we hold on to at this time. Like, if we were to think about the worries of our mind at this time, and to write those down at this time, and to say and to look at these things and be like, oh my God, how can I let this go? This is my worry. This is all I know. I can't let this go because I can't see, because you have no solution-based perception or faith at this time. You see, because you're going through the difficulty. So the emotion that it's bringing up for you is where you are currently residing in, only at that space. So that space has no solution. That space does not know peace. That space is not even looking for peace. So just understanding even the grasping that everything, no matter how I'm emotionally being charged up and feeling at this time, even if when I catch myself about to go at somebody, and it took 2 more incidences of me getting into a little like tit for tat with others, 2 different others, and then even me reflecting on that, because I'm like, yo, I thought I was past that. Like, I don't get angry at that. Like, I see what that's for, but oh, they heard me roar. And I felt bad because I'm not like, but again, I had to reflect on that. I had to introspect that. I had to figure out why that trigger was being triggered at this time, so that I can further explore and evolve in this communication that I'm working on at this time, to continue dissecting for myself, understanding this health, this wealth, this abundance, this peace, this feeling that is a hell of a lot revealing. And since I've experienced all the other, so many negatives, this current state of feeling, understanding what it took to get to this feeling, even though it wasn't easy to go through, even when I had to face the me that I didn't like, and knowing that everything that I project on out is my mirror for me to see, even if it's coming from another that's triggering this projection of me, it's still about me, a mirror that I need to see. So, in understanding that and catching it immediately, like, we catch it, and the first opportunity that you get to catch it, where you're tempted to like rip someone a new asshole, and the disciplinary action that you take, because you go immediately straight to your whole, to your truth, which your truth for me, and I'm only giving my example, please, so you got to find your truth that's for you. My truth for me is I desire peace. So that immediately, when I become conscious that I'm about to flip, you see, and it took 2 flips this year to make me see it a little bit more clear. And mind you, I hadn't had 2 flips in years. So I was like, all right, I know that this is serving a greater purpose at this time. So it's interesting. Anyways, so what was I saying? Anywho, so one of the things that, a tool that you can use that is free as can be, because it exists and you see, is this conscious awareness of light healing that you're going to bring to you, because you are accountable for you. This is some major truth. I don't know how to drill that in you, but you're going to have to affirm that in you and understand that you are responsible for you, mind, body, heart, and soul. Even if you believe in an outside creator that is your savior, you still have to be accountable for you. So you gotta go through. So when I caught the moment that miscommunication or some negative vibes were being received at this time, some miscommunication in some way with someone that I am dealing with at this moment in time, the moment that I catch it, I align with my shrine and my truth at this time, which is I desire peace. So this ego trip that is about to emotionally get me to flip takes a stick and wedges that shit right up my ass, because we all taking up the ass. And says, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, and to help yourself, you better STFU, or you better go to your kind rules, and until you can energize in a line with you, you're gonna have to figure this out too. So there was something that I started to do, and at first it was awkward, because I remember the first reaction. Everybody's first reactions are great. Like, what, did you just ask me? Yeah. And then my explanation for the reason of asking. So whenever any kind of miscommunication arrives, you can understand this underlying truth at this time, that most people don't listen. So if you understand this, because you see this through your own experiences, even at being real with yourself, realizing how much you too don't listen, and how this truth is going to help you to be a little bit more consciously real, so that you can align for you with the frequency and vibration and manifestations that you desire for you in this time, because conscious is life, mindful am I. This is for the greater good of our whole. Because if I go and I let my ego emotional go right now, it's not helping this situation here. And since I know that we all desire to be heard, and if this is what I desire at this time, because, you know, we got to get into our line. I want to be heard at this time too, just as much as you do too, boo. So, okay, let's make this fair, you see, because we both are deserving to receive these kind of things. So how do I get into this align? Because I don't want to have miscommunication with you at this time, and I don't want to be low vibing your way anyways, or you be low vibing my ways. Ain't gonna be low vibing your ways, but you know, still people can get us upset, and that's it. That's a low vibe state. I think every time somebody irritates you in some way, or rubs you the wrong way, or gets you to change your mood in some way, visualize in your mind that you're walking around with a shit stain on your pants so loud that everybody sees it as you walk on by. That's the energy you're sharing. Shit stains. Do you want this? Okay. So anyways, a practice. And again, anything that I share for you to go put out or feel inspired to do somewhere out there in your life at this moment in time, of how you have to adjust these tools to work for you. You just gotta get into your groove. This is what you can contact me to. I can help you to find that understanding in your own self about what's gonna be for you your most help. And anyways, so since we're gonna understand this and we want to evolve and grow and put into practice and be mindful and conscious and healthy and, you know, only vibrating in these kind of positive ways, we got to put in some work today. because let me tell you, this whole lifetime, you see this generation that we got going on over here, you see, it's in a state of catastrophic what is it called? When you are a demolition on some energy regulations. Yeah. I got stories for you guys, but we're not going there at this time. It just made me go back to a moment in my life of some life skill trainings, because I am a gypsy that travels the world in training, working for so many people out there, you see, and developing such wonderful creating some wonderful, like, I'm trying to find the perfect word, because it's still not gonna, whatever word I find right now to describe what it is that I'm trying to say is still not gonna be the full description that I'm trying to display. So it's like, you know, complicated in some ways when I'm trying to find the words. And I'm gonna make up a lot, so, you know, bear with me here, but I'll give you a definition for whatever it is that I come up with, any word that I make up anyways. So yeah, so what was I saying? Anyways, let me get back to this thing that you can do. Let's stay focused here, because I gotta get offline too at this moment soon. Woo! Okay. Good morning, son. So just think of it this way. The people that you love and the people that you have to commune with on a daily basis, think about what it is that you want from that. Let's be clear with yourself from here. Let's be clear about what it is that is our goal here. I want peace. So in my peace, that means that the people that I communicate with, the people I have to deal with, the people that I love, and the people that I am most close to, I want peace with them too. So if something's coming up that's like vibrationally rough, because that is my align and my truth at this time, that I'm clear with at this time, is that I desire for peace in my life. The moment the energy is being shifted, because, you know, we are all different, so of course that is something that's going to come up in experiences with other people, resistance or differences. But that doesn't mean we gotta battle it out, you see, because that, where's the smartness in that, you see? I'm gonna battle it out head to head because I'm right, you see. You're wrong, you see. That's corny. And nobody's listening, by the way. Nobody's listening in those moments, because now you on the whole ego trip that I gotta defend myself thing. You're not gonna have me looking this type of way, and I'm gonna make you or show you my way, or defending yourself in some kind of way, whatever that is. Listen, I'm tired of those days too. Heads I've banged into, headbangers, you see. Now you ain't gonna funk with me. Napoleon complex is me at this time, little as I, but I would kick your ass. See how that can be? But still, let's go back to this tool that I speak. The tool that I speak is when you are dealing with the people that you love and care for, have to deal with, you know, work with, be cordial with in every kind of way. You don't need to be like low vibing them in any kind of way. Even if you gotta work with somebody that got a nasty ass attitude, okay, their nasty ass attitude ain't got nothing to do with you. Appreciate that. Find the appreciation in something that you find hard to see, because there are other people that are just truly nasty. Their energy is in that vibration, so you got to think about it. Do you care? Is this about you? Do you want to make it about you? No? Okay, so then let them go. So if you have to commune with them in some kind of way, and their nastiness is like rubbing you the wrong way. Because I had to work through those triggers for me, you see, because for me, I don't understand how, okay, you're not a nice human being, but be mindful of how you speak to others, you see, because your vibration says a lot about you, yeah, you see, but how you try to make others feel is everything that is like a true reveal for me. And just to know that, you know, your inner ego that runs rampant and can be so just like nasty for no reason, yeah, that bothers me. And I don't want it around me. So if it has to be around me and I have to tolerate it, so, it's not that I don't want to say I'm irritable or, you know, but triggered I can be a little bit more easier, because I'm already fighting off the resistance to just, you know, yo, keep the peace with this. That's her, that's him, they gotta live with that shit. I'm grateful to not be radiating in that way, and they could be nasty for days. So I just found expression in my own way. Humor is my way. So when people want to be all nasty with me, I be like, listen, you could be nasty with yourself. When you know how to talk to me, then you could talk to me. But if that's how you're gonna talk to me, I'm not listening right now. That's it. Or, you know, that's not that. Just, I'm just, you know, whatever. That's just one. But anyways, so you're communicating with others, and this is fun. So now some kind of miscommunication is trying to get out there on the run, and you catch it in time, and you're like, whoa, 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 let's slow down, guys. So let's say I say something, and I see, because the trigger happens just like this, you see. And I'm like, wait a minute. And then let's say the other person starts speaking, and what you hear them speaking is nothing that you are communicating. So that is your first clear confirmation in every single kind of way. You'd be like, wait a minute, okay, now this is confirming for me that we're obviously miscommunicating, because I know from my perspective, my place, that's not what I just said, and that's not what I mean, and whoa, 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 let's fix this some way, please. So people get mad when I interrupt their speaking, when they're speaking to me about how they're feeling, or when they're projecting something onto me, because I correct them, you see, immediately, because I hear it. It's like ding, 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 ding. Like when somebody says, you know, and you do it, or like, let's say if somebody's saying that you were happy when you went to go do laundry. How do you know I was happy when I went to go do laundry? Don't speak for me about how you think I feel. Did I say that I was happy? Like that kind of thing, like that correcting when people are speaking, especially when they're projecting and it's like on a negative something. So that already puts them into, they got to work on their agitation too. But anyways, my question to you would be, what is it that you think that I said to you just now? Huh? Yeah, I'm only asking this because I'm hearing what you're saying to me at this time, and it's not what I believe I said to you at this time, or what I meant for you to feel at this time. And so before any more miscommunication comes our way, and because we love each other and care about what each of us has to say, I'm just, you know, maybe you misheard something in some way, or maybe I said something in a way that wasn't the way that I meant it to sound, and so we can fix this somehow. I just want to hear back what you think I said. Yo. And that has been uber helpful. Because then you get to laugh at it together. Sometimes, you know, not every conversation, topic of conversation is so like easily resolved. People got their panties up in a bunch much longer than I, which irritates a lot of people at times too, because I'm over it quick and they're still stuck on it. That's your problem, and that's, I mean, like, that sounds like a you problem. What you need to do is go through and find the peace within you to let this go, boo. Unless that's how you want to be on that personal, but then I have to ignore you because I can't have that around at this time. You know? So yeah. So start. Today's tool that you can begin to implement and use and put into practice in your life and see for yourself. Write it down, share with me. Like, this is discovery, this is our journey, this is your journey. All right? And then just being able to be conscious, to be able to work for the whole, to be able to see without being sucked into the emotion that something can make you feel like, because you want to get it right, you want to get it into your line. So think about the next time something, and guys, this takes a level of maturity because people don't like to feel vulnerable, you see. Or just even, you know, like if somebody hurts your feelings in some way, how we eat it up because that makes us feel vulnerable in some kind of way. If we say, hey, you hurt my feelings today. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you're lucky that I am as aligned as I can be, because your little projected like spite you speak, or the intention that you had behind that to try to just prick at me, you see, would have maybe years ago maybe hurt my feelings, you see. But too awakened am I to allow your little funked up vibes at this time that wants to, you know, throw some negative shade my way because you ain't aligned in your ways. Well, you know, I just feel blessed in this way. I get called asshole a lot, guys. I used to hurt my feelings too before, but I had to meet the asshole in me too. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you. Really think about, you know, our communication and our ability to tap into it consciously, so, and build and sow and create and align with the current and the energies that we desire to marinate and design for ourselves in our life. No matter the external stimuli that comes in and wants to add some turbulence, you are accountable for your own shit. Yeah. Yesterday, I finally admitted that I was an adult. My daughter's like, okay. Like, yeah, but I'm still getting youngest every day. But yeah, you know what I mean? You gotta blend and fuse. Gotta be grown up too sometimes, if that's what we want to identify it as. Yeah. Namaste.